Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. And for today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We are actually going to be looking at how to get so many views on YouTube and just how it works. And I have found out this way. YouTube had talked to me about it, and so I had learned a little bit about it before I actually did it and did some research on it. And so that's kind of what I want to give you guys, what I want to give you guys, and show you guys that, and just to show you that this is a really awesome deal and what it's like. So we're not actually going to be doing daily vlogs or weekly vlogs or anything like that in this video. I am going to show you guys how to get views on YouTube. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below if you found this video helpful. Alright everybody, so I had just figured this out, and this is an awesome tool to be able to screen record on your Mac. If you guys don't know how to do it, what I suggest to do is to go to your QuickTime player, and mine's already pulled up, so I'm just going to show you, but basically you'll just pull up the QuickTime player. It looks like this icon over here in this bottom right hand corner, and then you're going to go to File, and you're going to click on this new screen recording. Now it's not going to let me because I'm already screen recording, but you would just click on new screen recording, press start, and then you can screen record, and it's totally awesome. I totally recommend to do it. So anyways, we're going to be talking about views on YouTube, and a lot of people ask, how do I get views on YouTube? Well, it's actually not that hard, to be honest. I did a lot of research on it, and I looked at different things like Promota and different stuff like that, and I was just like, you know, I don't really know if I trust it or whatever. And so I've been looking through a lot of things, and finally Google was like, hey, how about you just do this for us and see how it works? And so I was like, okay, so I will, and that's why I'm making this video, because it's so awesome. So basically, with my YouTube channel, I have accrued in the last 48 hours over 2,000 views, and I'm usually only getting like maybe, you know, 10 to 20, maybe like 30. I mean, on a good day, probably 30 to 50 views a day, and in the last 2 days I've gotten 2,000. So it's a huge jump for me. Altogether, I've gotten like more than that, but for the last 2 days I've gotten 2,000. And what this is, I don't know why it says 679, that's weird, but basically it is called Google Ads. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just pull it up for you guys so you guys can see the process. So you're going to type in ads, and I already have Google Chrome, so it's going to already be Google Ads, and it's going to be this very first one. So Google Ads, get your ad on Google today. So we're going to click on that, and it's basically going to take you to this page. This is very handy because, you know, you can start now, maybe you can sign in over here in the top right corner. You can look at how it works, the pricing, contact us, all that kind of stuff. We're going to go ahead and sign in. Usually I'm already signed in, but for some reason it didn't sign me in. But we're going to go ahead and sign in here. And as you can see, it hasn't updated for the last day. So that 2,000, this is kind of wrong, but it hasn't completely updated. But basically, I've gotten about 1.8 thousand impressions and then 1.1 thousand views. And so I got a view rate about 62%. Now, I know my view rate could be better, but 62% for trying this out for the first time really isn't that bad. And I think it's actually pretty good and a pretty good start for me. Now that, and it says limited by budget, I figured out it's always going to say that. I even had my budget at like $50, and it was like, no dude, like it's not enough. So I don't really know. And then it says cost $36.83. It says that I've spent that much, but I haven't actually spent that much because I only spent like 25, so I don't know why it says 36 because it only took out $25. But basically what you can do on Google Ads is you can put a video up, and I can go to my videos right here. I have 2 on this site. I don't know if it's going to show both. Yeah, so it will. I was thinking about putting this video up, and then I decided last minute I didn't want to, so I didn't want to just delete it off of there, so I just kept it, and it's not accruing anything. But basically, for this video here, if you guys haven't seen this video, the first day outfit change, you should go check that out now. It is so funny and so hilarious. The outfit changes are definitely something to watch, and they're just really unique. But basically, you're just going to be able to, you put this on here, you set your own daily budget. And when I first started, in my opinion, I think it's great to start out with, especially if you're a small YouTube channel, or you know, you're not real sure about it. Start out with a budget of about $2 a day, and that's going to get you probably around 50 to 100 more views than you're getting. So it's not going to give you a ton, but then again, you're only paying $2 a day. And so the way that this Google Ads work is you set a budget, and I did it for just 1 week to start out because I was like, I don't want to do it for a whole month. So I just did it for 1 week, and in that week, it says that some days will spend more than others, and so some days may spend $4, some days may spend $2, some days only spend $1, but it's not going to go over your budget for the whole week. So if I use 7 days, because 7 days in a week, and my budget was $2, it's not going to exceed that $14. And so that's really nice, because when I first looked at it and it was like, okay, this day it spent like $6. I'm like, it spent way too much. The next day I just didn't get that many views, hardly at all. I think I got like 10 to 20 because of the fact that it couldn't spend any more because it had already went over that budget. And so basically, when your home page here, when you first look, it's going to be this impressions. It's going to show you some things, your demographics, your day and hour, and then it's also going to show you like your devices and what kind of people are watching on what different devices, your audience retention. This audience retention should be a lot better, so don't judge me on this part, but it's alright, I guess, for my very first time trying this. And then it's going to get to a page where it has recommendations, and recommendations is going to be the second page. And basically what this is just tells you different things that they think that you should do because they think it'll help out. Now for the raise your budgets, I can honestly tell you here that it's always going to say you should put a higher budget, pretty much because YouTube wants more of your money. Now, if you're a big YouTube channel and you make a lot of money, then having a higher budget isn't going to affect you as much as if you have a lower, budget. What I did is when you first sign up with YouTube, the promotion they're having right now is if you spend $25, they'll give you a free $100 credit. And with that free $100 credit, it's really nice because I'm using the $100 credit right now, and I set my budget to like what it recommends is like $36 a day, and that's how I got those 2,000 views. And they're like, well, do you really want to waste it all at one time? And so I can't tell you a good estimate of, yeah, you want to waste it all at one time, or no, you want to save it. I wasted it all at one time just because I was like, I want to see what it's like, and I really liked it. And I'm hoping that maybe, later on down the road, if I stop using them, maybe they're like, hey, we'll give you this promo code if you'll come back and use it again. So that's what I'm hoping for. I don't know if I'll get it. And then basically you're just seeing different things like keywords and targeting and what they want you to kind of focus on to help really impact and personalize your ads. Your third click is going to be your campaigns. So basically this campaign is just going to show you an overview of your campaign. It's going to tell you what the name is, your budget, the status, impressions, views, all kinds of stuff like that. And it's just going to basically have all that handy for you to read, so you don't have to go all over your Google Ads page just to find that stuff. And so that's really handy. It's also going to show you your views. And so as you can see, I had 101 here on Thursday. It jumped way up to 334 on Friday. And yeah, I know that 334 for a big YouTube channel isn't that much really, and 334 in the big scheme of YouTube isn't that much. But if you're starting a YouTube channel from zero and you're trying to work your way all the way up, 334 views in one day is a lot of views. And so this is something that comes in really handy, especially starting your YouTube channel. After your campaigns, you're going to have your ad groups. And as far as I can tell, this is pretty much the same thing. I think it just groups your ads. Like if you had multiple, it's just going to group them in this section. And so that way, you, instead of seeing them independently, you're going to see them like grouped, and you're also going to be seeing your max cost per view. Now this max cost per view, it says I'll budget it like 7 cents. And what that is basically is how much are you willing to pay per view. And so I usually pay up to 7 cents. Now I think that, like, say my budget's like $36, if I'm willing to pay $36 per view, and your max, I don't even know if that's possible, but if I'm willing to do that, then I could only get one view if it ranks up, and so it all just kind of depends on how things go with the ad industry and stuff, but it seems to be going really well for me. And so like I said, I'm gonna say this all video, I really recommend this stuff to use. After your ad groups, you're gonna have your ads and extensions. Now your ads and extensions are just kind of different things telling you about your video, that it's a video ad, it's an approved status. And one really good thing about this approved status is it approves it like right away, and so you don't have to wait so long for for YouTube to be like, okay, now it's approved. It's not like a processing deal that takes forever. I think it took me only like 5 minutes, and that's really just because my internet's slow, and so it just took a while. But if your internet's pretty good speed, then you shouldn't have to worry about it at all. Now this next one is really similar again. These are your videos, and so it's going to show you all your video ads that are here on the YouTube. It's also going to have a landing pages. This is really cool because what you can do is you can, when you set up your Google Ads, it's going to have a little spot for you to do basically where you want people finally to end up. So yes, you want them to watch your ad, but where do you want them to end up after they watch your ad? And because once they watch your ad, you want them to go to your YouTube channel. You want them to watch more and more and more. And so far I've gotten about 5 clicks to my channels. Now with this clicks thing, they can't see what says when someone clicks your ad, it's counted here. So basically, YouTube can't say, they can't trick people into clicking your ad. And so those are really hard to get, and it's really hard to gauge on what's the best way to do it. I would just say make your content as awesome as possible. And a lot of you guys out there, everybody out there that makes YouTube videos, in my opinion, if you're brave enough to put a YouTube video out there for people to see, then it's awesome. Because it takes a lot of work and a lot of courage to be able to make a YouTube video. And, I've received a lot of people sending me messages and stuff, or telling, from hearing from my brother, saying, the YouTube video is so cringy and it's so terrible, and, I don't understand why you're doing this, but if you're brave enough to be able to receive those comments and still be able to do it, that makes your YouTube video even more awesome, because it's showing that you're doing something you love, and so I encourage you guys to keep doing that if that's what you're doing. And so basically about this landing page, so you put a final URL. I put my final URL to my YouTube channel, obviously, and so that way they can go to the YouTube channel. The subscribe button's right there by them. I don't think that you can actually make the URL your subscribe button, so that way when they're like redirected to your page, it like has an option where they have to either press subscribe or cancel. I tried that and it didn't work, so I don't know if it'll work for you. Great, and do it. If it doesn't, then I'm sorry about that. There's also some of these that I just haven't done yet because I really haven't checked into them that much, because I didn't think that they were necessary for my first ever ad. But you can put in different keywords. You can target different audiences here after keywords, certain demographics, different topics, and placements. And so basically these 5 things here is you can target specific things on YouTube, and you can see where those stuff are coming to and really track. Like if you're trying to attract, let's see, 18 to 24-year-old men, if that's who you're trying to attract and that's who your ads are you're wanting your ads to go out to, then you can try to single out those people and have your ads only appear to them. Now granted, if you're just trying to promote a regular YouTube video and you don't really care, you don't have to fill that in, and it'll send it to everybody. And so that's really nice because you don't have to pick. You can just leave it, anonymous or anonymous. And then the placements, it's a little bit different because you can actually see where your ads appear. So you can click that, see where your ads appeared, and you can just kind of look through here at different YouTube videos and stuff, or YouTube sites, of where your stuff appears. And then there's several more that you could look at, but these are just some that show up. And then of course you have your settings, and everybody loves the settings because that's where you manage everything. Settings is actually really easy, and so it just kind of depends on what you want to set up. So if I want to come here to video campaign and I want to do settings for that, then I can change my status from enabled to anything like that. I can set my budget to whatever I want, my start and end dates. I always make an end date just in case I'm like, hey, I don't know what necessarily day that I want to end, so I'm going to set one in case I just go back on there and I'm like, oh crap, I should have ended. It had already end automatically, and so that just helps tremendously. Bidding strategies, locations, stuff like that. You can set all that stuff here, and locations is actually underneath settings. And so I wanted to target specific settings. Now you can target the whole US, you can target different countries, you can target whatever you want, but I targeted the whole US and then specific spots in the US just because I wanted to see how my views did in other places. And I just added these 2 spots, and so that's why they say 0, because I had just added them, and so it's not going to give me feedback on those until tomorrow. And then you can go to your ad schedule, and my ad schedule is available to show 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. You can set them to show like maybe only on a Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday if you want, or Thursday, Friday. You can do them whatever you want. And so now here at the bottom we have devices. Now devices are what people are going to be viewing the YouTube video on. So most of mine are mobile phones, and nowadays a lot of people watch YouTube videos on their mobile phones. And so a lot of your impressions and your views are going to come from that. My second highest was computers, and I was a little bit shocked by that because I figured people would watch YouTube on their TV more than they would their computer. But it's nice to see what people are watching them on. So if you want to attract people and you're like mobile phones is the most, then you could do something a little bit easier for people on their mobile phones. I don't know, you can find out a cool way, I guess. And then we have one more after this, but towards the last here is the advanced bid adjustment. And these are where you can kind of make more interactions and stuff like that towards your bids. I don't get into this just because I don't really understand it fully, and so I'm like, I don't need this right now. So we're just going to go ahead and skip that because that's just, advanced stuff. So it's not real great if you're a beginner. And then your change history. So this is anytime you make a change on YouTube for your YouTube ads. If you change your budget, if you change a campaign, if you add a campaign, delete a campaign, anything that you do in this ad page, any kind of changes that you make, it will appear here and it'll show you what changes and stuff. And so as you can see, I don't have a ton of changes right now. I only have 20 changes, but that's because I only have one video up there, and so there's not really a lot to see. One really good effect, though, that this does have, and I'll talk about it in just a second, but here's three different things up here at the top, kind of like at the top right, but not all the way to the right, is your go-to. Now this go-to, you can just search for anything. So if you don't know, and you're like, I can't remember where to go here on the side, and I'm really confused. If you don't know where to go, just click this go-to button, and you can type in what you want, and they can definitely find it for you, and it's a really handy tool. For your reports, you can look at any kind of reports, your dashboards, anything like that. And here is the best thing, it's called the tools. It used to be called settings. They changed it to tools. But basically you can do your planning, your library, actions, measurements, setup, and this is where you're going to get into your billing and your payments. I'm not going to go into billing and payments just because it does have all my information in there, and that would be a mistake on my part if I just gave the information to the world. So we're not actually going to go into the billing and payments, but you can hit a refresh. If you need any help too, you can just press the help button and ask them anything, and they can give you a lot of good feedback. I've used help several times, and it is totally okay to use help. And then of course you have the bell icon where this is going to be all of your notifications. I have $100 in credit, so awesome. I recommend that if you're thinking about getting this right now and you're like, oh man, I think that I want to do this video campaign, I recommend that you do, because again, you only have to spend $25, which $25 really isn't that much money if you think about it in terms of how much money there is on YouTube. $25 isn't that much money, and then you get a free $100 to use. So if you're a new YouTube channel, definitely take advantage of this $25 and use, because it is very great to be able to have this. So let me go on real quick to my YouTube, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up my channel real quick just for you guys to see. So if you guys would like to subscribe to my video, make sure you guys come here and press that subscribe button. I wish I had a subscribe button here. This would be cool, even though I went to my channel, so it's not going to show, but I wish I had one to display like right here. Anyways, but it is called Keefing It Real, guys, and we're up to 38 subscribers. I just got 2 subscribers today, so that was so awesome. We are really hitting it big time with that 38, so if you would like to join the 38 subscribers, make sure you guys hit that button for me. And as you can see here, I'm going to scroll to the video. This is not the video I want. I don't know why it just clicked on that, and it's not even going to show it. This is ridiculous. Anyways, we're going to go to videos here and get it to pull up. As you can see, this video has 1.9 thousand views. And this is the video that I have advertising, as you guys saw, the first day outfit change. My other ones don't line up with, like, this one has 23, and this one has 1.9 thousand. And, so it's like, well, that's weird that this one has 1.9 thousand and the other ones have 23. But I tried this ad thing because it was like, hey, you should try this and check it out. And that's how much it transforms from 23 views to 1.9 thousand. So, guys, this is something that you should really look into doing. Like I said, it's even gotten me 2 subscribers, And if you're a small YouTube channel, I recommend that you do this. Even if you want to start out at $1 a day budget, it's still going to get you more views, and your videos are going to get out there, and sooner or later they're going to start catching fire with someone, and then they're going to start catching fire other places, and it's really just going to take off. So this is about all I have. Make sure you guys follow me on Snapchat too, and Instagram. I have my personal Instagram too that you guys should be able to find through this Instagram if you want to follow my personal Instagram. But I do post a lot on my social media about different things, so you guys should definitely follow me on Snapchat at KylerKeef16 and Instagram at Keefing_real, and just see all that we have going on our social medias. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys thought it was useful, and if you guys have any questions about anything, make sure you guys comment down below and let me know what it is, and I will try my best to help you and we can figure this out. Make sure that you guys hit that like button if you thought that this was helpful, and thank you guys for watching another video.